episode of the
Let's Go podcast. And I personally am on a big high. So if I'm on a high, then I cannot imagine what these fellas here from Extreme Vent Cleaning are on. But we just finished our first ever HSL Twillery tournament. If I had to, if you asked me to describe it, I would say it was a phenomenal success. Not just from a selfish perspective, but I genuinely believe it. The amount of hugs I had to give to people last night after the game, I was so uncomfortable. I'm really not a hugger, but people were just even on the losing team, they're giving me hugs, telling me thank you, and it was really amazing. And we're super thrilled to have on, 4 key members of Extreme Vent Cleaning, the champions. On our left, Manila Joe Fine, and of course the pitcher and the sensation of the tournament, Yehuda Kone, who was just on recently, but back on to talk about the recap the championship and the tournament as a whole. All right, it's enough words, Dave.
It's the best type of podcast. It's a champions podcast. We've only had a handful of these. Unfortunately, we should do them every time. We don't get to them every time. I think the eclectic group we have here speaks to the tournament, which is really nice. As far as I know, you guys have never been on a team together before. Am I wrong about that?
No, never. I've played against David a little bit, and
I think you're
Yosef I've seen, and Aaron just against when he played with, I believe he plays with Avi Edelman.
Yeah, Monday nights.
All right, so welcome to the podcast. How you guys feeling?
Fantastic, Dave.
Been pumped. Yeah, it was a great game last night.
A lot of fun.
Two great games last night.
Yeah, they seem to forget that David and Avi didn't really, give much credence to the first game, but that was a big deal because it really got us going and set the tone.
There was really no credence to give. There was never. I mean, I'm the hype guy, and there was really no time for hype. It was such a pummeling and such a demolition. There's really nothing, like there was no storyline. There was nothing there for me.
The storyline was
down. Everybody
the storyline was that we have a deep lineup and we're a much better team than anybody thought.
Except for yours truly.
There he is.
But you wrote us down. You wrote us out at a point.
You wrote us down as the winners. Yeah.
I said I was extremely disappointed in you guys in the middle of the season because I picked you as number one.
You wrote us off,
and you guys are playing very poorly. But I did pick you as number one in the power rank.
By the way, Avi, I just sent you and David a thing into the chat that you have there. When you talk about uncomfortable hugging, you should read it. I'm going to laugh and ruin it. You could read it. It's my brother's take on watching our celebration last night. It's hilarious, though.
That is exactly the video. The message basically said that Yehuda's at a point in his age right now where he's not necessarily going to do jumping in the mosh pit of all the players celebrating a championship. It's like on the video, see him like just like sort of standing, like waving, like because everyone else is jumping and going nuts.
Just remember Edwin Diaz, okay? That's the cautionary tale out there.
So David,
you're a Mets fan, right?
Yeah, I know all about it. Edwin. I had a fantasy baseball team for a little while, believe it or not. My team name was Edwin Diaz's Angry Patellar Tendon. Welcome, Jake Epstein, one of the I would say a solid hitter in the Twillery tournament. Not great, I would say, like right on the cusp of between average and great. What do you call that zone there? Good. You're a good hitter, Jake. How was your?
We call it clutch.
Clutch. I'm teasing him, of course, because he had so many hits. How you doing, Jake?
Thank God, Baruch Hashem. The stats don't lie, as they say.
The stats don't lie. So let's come back to you in a minute. So Big Dave, my teammate from the spring, you got this was a redemption tour for you because you had that bitter loss to the Hungry Hippos and Shlomo Ross in the spring. We lost by what, 1 or 2 runs, I think. Then the Twillery Tigers in the summer had a disappointment. And I think in the spring also the Tigers had a disappointment. And I think the real answer to all...
Great regular season team, the Twillery Tigers. We're a great regular season first round team. After that...
So what would you say the difference was for Big Dave Manella this season after going 0 for 1, 2, 3 this season, finally winning the big one? This year, finally winning the big one in the fall.
There's a gentleman on this podcast by the name of Yehuda Koenig. I don't know if you've met him.
Is he that senior citizen looking guy in the?
I kept telling him over the course of this tournament that I was standing in center field. I had a beautiful view of his nastiness and his filth, It's crazy. The movement on his pitches, the zip and just movement on his pitches is beyond normal, and it fooled hitters all tournament long. It fooled hitters last night in big spots, and pitching wins championships. No.
And fielding.
And defense. Yeah, we played very, very.
Starts-
But we
it
had one
starts
bad
with-
inning.
It starts with Rabbi Conan. Let's be honest. It starts with Yehuda,
I-
and he let us all season long, all tournament long, and it was just such a pleasure to stand there and watch him pitch.
I actually wanted to jump in there quickly and actually go to Joe Fine. You know, everyone always talks about this legendary Yehuda Koenig, you know, riser that rises and freezes. I'm wondering from a catcher's perspective, like, what does it actually look like? You give us an actual, you know, when you're hitting, you're concentrated on hitting. So, like, yeah, you'll see a move, but, like, you're not really paying attention. You're really looking to hit the ball. As a catcher, you're really looking solely on how the pitcher's throwing you the ball. Joe, how do you describe that like, floater that rises and then stops midair?
Honestly, most times when he does that little riser pitch, I kind of close my eyes hoping that ball just goes into my glove. I can barely even tell ever if that ball's either going up or down. So it's actually, like, honestly, like I said, it's been an honor, like, catching for Yehuda. Honestly, out of all the pitchers I ever caught for, I would say Yehuda is, like, the best guy I've ever caught for. A lot of his pitches are just insane. Especially with the win last night, like with that riser, like I couldn't catch anything.
Yosef was such a pleasure to play with. I said it the whole tournament. He just receives the ball well. He's calm. He's a good calming influence, and he's just a pleasure to play with. The whole team. I have to say that was my takeaway from this tournament. That it was such a good group to play with, win or lose. And
So Yehuda, why don't you tell me what you why don't you tell the audience what you told me about Aaron Ehrlich this morning? We were talking on the phone. Me, Avi, and Yehuda have a morning check-in now, pretty much every day to catch up on HSL Hawk. And so Yehuda woke up at like 11:30 today, though. That was the only thing. Our morning check-in was delayed. So tell me what you said about Ehrlich this morning.
Stole those words from me, Dave. I thought I was going to go get it. Go here. Tell him about the conversation.
He's a stud. You know, it's just a pleasure to play with. Just a good, all-around, fantastic player. He made a couple of the really, really key plays in this tournament, turning double plays and just steady. I have to say, the group as a whole, nobody got on each other. And there were moments. We had our moments where...
Give us the moments, Yehuda. Where was the tension on the team and who resolved it?
There was no tension. That's completely honest.
Where were the moments?
The moment was when we were up 10-3 and the ball got thrown away in the championship game and 3.
Oh, that's but that's in the championship.
No, so we came back to the bench and it's 10-6. You know, they're right there. You know, they're a great hitting team. That's as good of a hitting team as in the tournament.
Against Ash the game before.
Right. We know.
Yeah.
So we know, and I think we just gathered the group together and said, guys, if we would have said that we're up 4 runs with two innings to go in the championship game, we would have taken it. Let's just go win this thing. We got this. And then, Rokoff went and hit a home run, which really just eased everything. So that was great.
You know in the playoffs when you're or in a big spot when your team like scores a run or two to come back and they call it a shutdown inning, like the team really needs a shutdown inning here when you go back into the field. Like that was the ultimate Gordon Company's. Yeah. They needed a shutdown inning. They needed 3 quick outs. Come back to the bench. Was Rokoch a home run? Was he the leadoff hitter?
No,
Yes.
Was it? Yeah, he was. You're right.
Yeah.
He was.
So it was like Derek Jeter hitting that home run in Game 4. This is for you, Yehuda.
Boom! To start,
in Game 4,
start Game 4. Yeah,
to start Game 4. That's what it was. It was. This is done, Gordon Companies. This is over. You had a few minutes of happiness. Yeah, go ahead, Aaron.
We stopped their comeback right in their tracks. That was really huge because, had they shut us down that following inning when we had the heart of our lineup coming up, then maybe would have gotten to our heads. Who knows? So that was
Also,
big.
With the weather, it was so unpredictable.
Oh my
It's like,
God.
I would say after the first 2 or 3 innings, the weather really, really picked up. And then all of a sudden, you had balls being thrown around. You had pop-ups being twisted in the air. And they're creeping back 10-3, 10-4, 10-6. Like, it's not, there's a good chance if you guys go down quickly that inning, you're talking about 11:28 at night, 10-8, first and second, 1 out for Gordon Companies, and the lights go up, and then this whole Tuileries tournament turns into one Tuileries disaster. So thank God Hill Rokoff hit that home run and really closed the deal on things because we were looking really. I was really nervous, and there's a reason why I wasn't videoing to the last inning. I was too nervous to video. I wanted to make sure the game got in. But thank God that
You should have heard. You guys should have heard Avi yelling at me to get the trophies. The way he was yelling, he's like, "We got 132 seconds." You know, I was under a lot of pressure. Get those
You
trophies
pulled
out.
through. You pulled through.
I pulled through.
That's
So,
right.
Aaron. So, what else you got to say about what Yehuda said?
I really appreciate the compliment. And Yehuda was always stressing, that he's such a team player, and I think I wanted to emulate that. So yeah, I mean, really, anything that happened, our defense stood strong. Our lineup became super deep all of a sudden. Like I was ready to write us off also at the beginning of the tournament, to be honest with you. Like I don't think we had our best fielding positions and we didn't have our best lineup, but then everything just kind of fell into the right place at the right time and we became a complete team. And that's why it's so hard to give out an MVP because everybody really was so valuable in that playoff run. So it was awesome. It was great to be a part of. Just good to win.
You played a lot of second base, right? In that playoff and 70 championship. Yeah, I saw you a lot of second.
Saw that double play he turned. You saw that double play on Glenn Zuckerman. Koenig, what turned 4 double plays in the champs game?
We turned a bunch of double plays last night.
Yeah, we had like 3 last night.
That's crazy.
Also, you guys face a lot of adversity with now that I'm in the team chat. Big Dave Manella's, I don't know, he's got multiple strains all over his body. Which part of your body is in full peak condition?
As a fat, out of shape 36-year-old running those bases for the home run in Game 1 last night, I popped something and I wasn't pleasant, but we hung in.
So Devin Manello told me, and we'll get to Jake in a second. Devin Manello told me before Game 1 against Gordon Companies, I hear him on the bench, and he said against Seremian. I hear him on the bench, and he said something like, if I go 0 for 3 off Calvin, it's a good night. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then the guy goes ahead and hits an absolute bomb, like his second at bat, and hits a home run. I'm like, I guess it's a great night now that he hit a home run. But I'm like, what's going on here? But
let's call it what it was. It was a hard hit single that found a gap and continued to roll.
It was a rocket.
We had a bunch of those.
Yeah, we had a bunch of those. It turned into a triple.
Anyways,
before we get to Jake, very quickly, Ellie Sabo weighing in on the YouTube live. Shout out to Yaakov for building a squad so good that I didn't even get to play. All right, so let's get to the real MVP. You guys talk much about Koenig. The real MVP is Jake Epstein, right?
Oh, for sure.
Ribby Jake, we call him.
What do you call him, Ribby Jake?
Ribby Jake.
Jake, how does it feel to be a champion?
Was he a $1 player?
I think 50 cents.
$1 player.
Well, he certainly didn't hit like that.
Unbelievable.
One hit after another.
Jake, how'd you find this tournament again through Jake Byrne? Is that how'd you find it?
No, I played in the spring and won one team that shall not be named.
Shall not be named. Oh, I understand.
Voldemort.
I understand now. Wait,
interesting. I got it also now. Okay.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, there's nothing to get. We just weren't. It was
it addictive ads? What was it?
No, it was. I played with Michael Reinhardt. Michael Reinhardt brought me in.
Oh, the Rumble Ponies. They weren't so bad. Come on.
Having a name like that, you're automatically on the bottom of the scale.
The Rumble Ponies actually won a B League championship in the minor leagues this year. The what do they call it? Double A, not B League, Double A.
Like the
it was nice. It was good. It was a good time. It just wasn't
How'd you get connected? How'd you get connected there?
Michael Reinhardt.
Oh, okay. And you played before in the softball space?
I never played softball. I always played baseball.
Oh wow! So you're brand new to softball. They say baseball players have a tough time adjusting to softball. I guess Jake is the exception here. Maybe
seems like you picked it up pretty quickly.
Yeah, Jake actually looked through. You look through Jake's stats. Obviously he likes to brag about how much he hits, but he actually, his stats on the season is absolutely incredible. He leads the league in hits. He's top 5 in average. He's top 5 in on base percentage. It's very impressive the amount of production that came from this $1 man, Jake Epstein.
Attaboy, Jake. Attaboy, Jake.
Thank you.
Jake,
Enough
you're a man of few words. I want to get something out of you. Here.
He's not a man of few words on WhatsApp. I'll tell you that much.
I don't have much to say.
Tell us about your experience in the Tuileries tournament. How was it? Did you enjoy? Was it how were your teammates? How was the
Team was great.
Pitching?
It's
Yeah.
actually funny. The only two guys I knew going into this were Aaron Feldberg and Hilla Rokach. And it's funny, those are the two guys that were on the same team.
The Arnie. How was the pitching? You were stuck.
I have to say that pitching. I went up to Kaufman after the game. I told him he's the only one in the whole tournament that I had a hard time hitting against. And I told Koenig also I would love to face Koenig because Koenig seems like he's number one out of all the pitchers in the league. And
Careful. Tread carefully there, young man.
Tell us more, Jake. Jake, wait. Jake, you're new to the league. Why do you say that?
I mean, I never played against Koenig, and we won the championship, so Koenig's number one.
There we go.
Also, Jake had the second.
Get this guy in the A League.
Jake had the second to most RBIs in the league as well. I'm just going through.
Very
some top
steady. He
five
was very
quickly.
steady with the bat, Avi. He was super steady and had some. I got to tell you, in the first game against as the Youngers team, Adam Wanta, he had a couple of really big hits that brought in runs early and gave us. It's very different when you're playing from ahead. It's just
I don't want to interrupt you. Wanta was awesome. We should play there more.
100%.
Yeah, Wanta was
Clip that,
great.
Dave. Clip that, Dave. Clip that and post it all over.
Wait, Yehuda, 1 second. Wait, Jake, but you're coming from. Oh, you live in the Five Towns, right?
I sadly live in Queens. But
Oh,
I
so
work
it's
in
the
Five
same-
Towns. I work in the Five Towns, so I
Fine,
see-
so
I
it's the
work-
same. Okay, so from Queens to Wanta is the same. My question is, Koenig, for you and Dave Manella, who live in
An hour.
the Five. The funny thing is, the Five Towns guys had it the roughest with Wanta. What would you think about having some games at Wanta just because it's nicer? Is it Kadai?
You mean Stom like in the summer? I
No,
think
no, it's always
they're
preferred to have the games closer. It's
There are
always preferred
closer
to have
turf
something on the
fields. Like, what about
worst
Bay
case
Park?
scenario, Wanta was
Bay Park's never available.
Never available. Fully
Bay
booked.
Park doesn't have
Right.
lights.
What about the one
Does,
in Lynbrook
does.
that we
Bay
played
Park has
at?
lights. Bay Park has lights.
What about the one in Lynbrook? Does that have lights? Grice Field? That's a beautiful field.
Rice doesn't have turf. Oh, there is one turf field there.
Yeah, they have one. They have
Doctor's
one.
always on it. The only one that we've done a lot. We have Dom on our side. Dom is everything. The only ones that are actually available on a weekly basis are Wanta.
I would not want to go to Wanta every
North
week.
Woodmere's
No
great.
way. I'd much
North
rather play
Woodmere's
North
great.
Woodmere.
Yeah, North Woodmere's great.
Yes, nice
What's
field,
the
but
one from my house doesn't get any closer than that. Wanta was a beautiful field. Don't get me wrong. I love playing there, but
But the drive was crazy.
a little.
it wasn't that beautiful. Let's relax.
Joe,
and worry
Joe,
about
Joe,
Wanta.
Joe Fine, where were you driving from?
5 Towns.
Where do you define crazy?
I mean, it was a 47-minute drive for me. Like,
And you've never had that before in your life?
Did you drive way out of the way? Took me 35.
No, it took me a little while,
He's
yeah.
a safe driver. He drives carefully.
listen, after what happened to me, I gotta be.
That's
safe.
true. That is true. You're right.
What happened to you, Joe?
I got into a horrific car accident. My car got
Oh,
completely totaled.
What was this?
Oh, yeah, I'm so
And
sorry to hear
they said
that.
it was a miracle that I survived it without any crazy injuries.
What was, Joe, what
I
was
actually
it?
had a concussion from it.
What was this?
He played
Last week. Last week
Oh my
Thursday.
gosh!
Yeah, so I wasn't exactly cleared to play, but I couldn't leave my guys
That's what we were
hanging.
talking about in the chat. I was so confused.
What a team player.
Wow, that's crazy. Here's
Listen,
one question. One quick question I'll throw out there before you done. Like I know you said that Wanta is definitely not ideal. You'd rather North Woodmere. We have a lot of ideas for next year's tournament. One of it being, potentially, different formats in a sense, which would require a third field. Which again, Bay Park is booked up. People were shouting like, "Oh, if I would have known, we would have had to go to Wanta for a play. It would have changed my mind." Whether do you guys actually buy that? Like, if you know that for one night you might have to go to Wanta, depending on what seed you get, that would be a deal breaker of signing up to the tournament. Seriously, I want to get
No.
your take on
No, not for one night.
No, not at all.
that. All right, just wanted to get that out of the way. Okay, go ahead, Conan.
No, I was going to say when Yosef last week, when there was an issue where he said he wasn't going to play, we were all rooting for him. And then when he put in that he was going to give it a shot, I put in the Karate Kid. LaRusso's going to fight. And, Daniel LaRusso, he came down and he fought great.
And Joe, you had a
Yosef's
big hit, if
huge.
I'm not mistaken, right? Joe, did you
Huge.
hit in that one of those rally you guys did like
He had a
back-
huge base running, heads up base running play to start our 5-run inning. I was watching on the windy stream, but yeah, that was sick. and then we ended up scoring 4 more runs that inning.
He also had a huge sack fly. That's really what we did right last night. I have to say, like, it was the little things where we got guys in with less than 2 outs, where all season we were struggling not bringing people in. He
Yeah.
obviously finding a sack fly. A couple of other guys, I think, trying to remember who. Pfeiffer hit one. Again, just one up. And I mean, it should really not go unmentioned. The infield defensively. I mean, the outfield has been steady all year. The infield we've had like rotating around. It was locked down for the most part last night. It's huge. I mean, it's a difference in the game.
Wait, so a
I mean,
couple questions. What how come you guys beat up on Kaufman so badly last night? Did he not have his A game? Are you guys just that good? What was the
He did
story?
not have his A game. I love Yossi. Yossi's arguably the best pitcher you'll ever play against. He was
And a
not-
great guy. And a great guy.
phenomenal guy. I love Yossi. Play against every summer in the Catskills. I see him at least 2-3 times a year. Love Yossi playing against him. But he's probably the greatest pitcher you'll ever see. Like I said, he did not have his best stuff last night, unfortunately for him. I want to say the weather was a big part of it. I hope I could say that, speaking for Yossi. But he just, I don't know. He wasn't throwing as hard as he did. We played him 3 weeks ago. Guy was throwing gas 3 weeks ago. Just didn't fall behind a single batter. Didn't go like 2-0 on more than one batter the entire game, and struck out like 8 guys that game. Last night, I don't know what changed, but something was up last night that we were able to pass him.
well, David, I think a lot of it was that we did get to him early, and I think
Correct.
often with a good pitcher, if you can get him early, you're going to get him. Otherwise, once he settles in, he really gets into a rhythm. So,
And we
Listen-
shut down their offense. We shut them out. We did not give up a single run. So, yeah, they didn't have a lot of confidence.
I think when you're
Aaron, so considering this chemistry you have with Yehuda Koenig now, does that mean you're leaving Edelman's Monday night team and heading over? What's the name of your team, Yehuda?
It's not my team. Everyone's saying it's my.
I know it's Mo's team. It's Mo's team.
smacking pitchers
Sach-
will always have a spot for you.
Listen, we've
Feldberg,
lost a
wait,
couple good
wait.
guys over the past few seasons.
I would say stolen more than lost in a sense.
Maybe stolen, whatever you want to say. But,
Zach Feldberg wants to know if the
well, right now we're
HSL
a high school team right now. So
Zach
We are
Feldberg
high
wants to
school
know if the HSL can buy Yehuda Koenig a pair of AirPods. Look at this guy with the. Interestingly, Jackson Dart, the Giants QB, was spotted with those kind of headphones. Koenig. People are like,
I don't know how to link them to the computer, so I use the plugins.
Zach, you hear that? He just doesn't know how to link them to the computer. Maybe you can offer some tech support.
It's funny. Dave Portnoy also, I think, uses the headphones with the wires.
Avi, help me with the status. Next, you could help me with the
Next, I
earphones.
got you.
One thing at a time.
Me and you had a half an hour. Yeah, we had a half an hour clinic going over how to view the HSL status.
HSL tech support. Yeah, I know about that. The senior. By the way, you guys don't realize how hard it is running a league. For the senior citizen contingent, we have to provide. We have to provide customer service to help them access the media. It's not so simple. Although Steve's as good as anybody with this stuff, I would say.
Yes, he is.
Steve's young.
I
at
hate to
heart.
do this. This was a pleasure. I need to run. Many more championships.
Jake,
Thank you,
hopefully we'll
everyone.
see you, Jake.
And
This was
Hope to
really
see you
fun,
back.
really
Yeah,
fun.
a
place.
lot of softball, Jake, ahead of you. You got spring Sunday morning,
Yeah.
spring nights. You got a lot.
this is
I'd love
this
to
is
play.
a
I'd love to
this is
play.
a welcome to the league moment for Jake. No,
I'd love to play.
Wait, Jake. Yeah, it is. Jake, one question
Jake-
before you
Jake has
go. Are you
arrived.
setting? Are you setting your sights on tier 1 or tier 2?
I want to play in the league with Koenig, Kaufman, and the other good
nice.
pitcher.
Jake,
What was the other guy?
He's got big brisk energy. Edelman, pitches in
Daniel
that
Ash.
league also.
Daniel Ash. And Avi
And some say
Edelman.
he's the best of all of them.
Not easy to get hits off Edelman.
And the other guy was very good. Who's the guy that we played before
Steve
Kaufman on the
Pollan.
doubleheader?
Steve
Steve
Powell.
Pollan.
Yes, he was good. He was good.
Jake has so many clippable moments here. The Wanta one, and now calling Steve Pollan the other guy. That is good
God.
stuff.
I'm sorry.
The-
I mean it. I don't mean any.
He's new.
Kaufman was the only memorable one. I'll say it again.
wow.
All right, everybody.
It's
Thank
a
you.
shame,
Thank you.
David. It's a shame you don't have a call-in session.
Oh gosh.
This was fantastic. Thank you.
Take care, Jake.
See you,
Take care,
Jake.
Jake. Thanks for coming on. So, what else
See
do
you.
we have to cover? These podcasts are a little more challenging typically because there's so many different
I
voices.
mean,
It's hard.
I would say last
Go ahead,
night's game
Joe.
was probably the craziest game I've ever played in, with the wind and the leaves and the rain. absolutely insane. I remember Kirshner had a hit. It was like straight in right field, and the wind just blew it all the way foul ball. I mean, it was a crazy game. Piper made an insane catch as a shortstop. That was ridiculous. I think that was like the one that actually fueled our team.
I love Hilo Rokoch. It was a hard hit, but that ball got into a wind tunnel and boom, took off. That was
Avi, there was, in your video where you videoed at the end, if you see, it looks like the trees are gonna fall over. it was
and that wasn't even one of the stronger wind gusts. That was a weaker wind gust compared to some of the
I wasn't playing, but I was so excited for the footage. I mean, like those images and stuff, like in the raindrops or there's leaves or the wind. Like I love like your jersey blowing in the wind on my last video. Like football videos in the snow are like always the best videos to me. So like when I saw it was like supposed to be like 40-mile winds, I was actually excited just for the
it was
just
so
for the
weird.
roughing it element.
It came out of nowhere. The first game, it was beautiful. It was
but David, if you're tuned in to the HSL status and Avi Edelman, you would know that I was the whole day I was saying that once you hit 9-10 o'clock at night, you're gonna start getting solid 30 to 45 mile an hour gusts. And by the way, the rain wasn't bad. It was just that when there were 40 mile an hour gusts with that light drizzle of a rain, the rain turns into like smacking you in the face, which is why it gets like.
I had raindrops landing right in my corneas.
It helped a little
straight
bit.
in my eyeball.
It helped a little bit because it kept the field tamped down. Otherwise, it would have been a complete sandstorm.
Well, I was eating sand the entire second game. Guys, Joe, you were saying that you took a shower and like you came from the beach or something.
Who's Israel? Who's Israel Rubenstein, Avi? Is that a Muncie guy, Israel Rubenstein?
Sam, no?
Oh, Israel is Sam? He wants to know if anyone here has a job.
I think.
Yeah, I got to head back to mine in a couple minutes.
Avi,
Aaron, don't be insecure. Don't worry. Just because Sam Rubenstein said something.
Tell your boss you're a champion. You can do whatever you want.
I think the sand got in Dom's eyes. I think the sand was in Dom's eyes a little bit on some of those calls.
Dom started watching all the podcasts. By the way,
does he actually?
Yeah, he does. He told me he was watching the podcast with I think Jesse Kaufman. The last one we did with him.
Only have love for Dom. Especially if he's gonna be calling next season.
So David, what do you think about getting Koenig to pitch for the Black Sox in the spring? Koenig, you ready to take your talents to tier 2?
Wow, David, you only give backhanded compliments.
What do you say, Manella? I couldn't hear what you said.
I wish. I was talking to Shmuel Edelson last night in the championship game, and I was telling him how long have we been playing baseball now? It's been 8 months of nonstop baseball from March until last night. It's been beautiful. And it all started on that freezing cold 25 degrees Sunday morning.
And you know what, David? It'll all start again on that.
No, don't do March. Please don't do March again.
We're already in the plans. March, I think the third week of March will be opening day for the spring Sunday morning softball.
It's better than what Avi did the first week of March. You did like a March 8th or March 9th 2 years ago. That was crazy.
Yeah. Yep. This past year,
Avi and David, what do you two do now for the next 5 months?
Oh, we have
got endless.
We got crazy amount. We have a softball league starting in South Florida. Shout out to Joey Cassie, Berger for helping run those leagues.
How do I get into that? Seriously.
Malcolm Diamant's bringing a team. We got Steve Collins, former captain's bringing a team.
Eric Zimmerman.
Eric Zimmerman's bringing a team. You have 8 teams.
When are you playing? When is the league?
All right, guys. I gotta run.
Take care, Aaron. Mazel tov. Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Thursday night.
Congrats to the champions.
All right. Well,
Ira Suss is playing in the league. Another former Five Towns softball player. Thursday nights we play. It's gonna be.
By the way, any of you have your trophy with you? Can we get a little trophy love?
My daughter was actually sitting opposite me. Said, "Oh, Daddy, they gave you a participation trophy." That's
there's this meme now on this thing on TikTok where like people who have like 60-year-old former MLB players or NFL players, their like daughter will ask them, they'll be like it'll be like Jorge Posada, and his daughter will be like, "Dad, do you wish you were more athletic?" And he's like, "Huh?" And he's like, "Do you wish you were more athletic?" And he's like, "I was in the Major League Baseball." It's like, yeah, but still, like, do you ever wish you were more athletic? It's a really funny bit. So like a lot of athletes. So that's your daughter right now, Koenig.
Well, no, I think she thought the size. She was commenting on the size of the
Yeah,
trophy.
tell her you got a 4-foot trophy that's waiting to have a plaque be put on there.
So very cool, by the way. The captain is going to get to keep the trophy for the year,
Love it.
and then another one is going to be put in the Twillery store.
Correct.
Oh, that's cool. You're gonna put a plate. You put it like Stanley Cup style with all the names.
Yeah.
of the
Yeah,
players?
yeah, yeah. So all your
Oh,
names will
that's
go
awesome.
on it. Yeah,
And,
yeah,
the,
yeah.
and the name
And-
of the team. And the name of the
We're
team.
on that trophy in the store, and we show ID that we're on the plaque. We get-
And you get 5% off of it.
Wait, you already get- HSL already gets 10%. If you're an active HSL player, you get 10% off. I made that announcement multiple times. I hope people are actually taking advantage of that.
Listen, you guys have done such a great job, and I have to say, like the way you've cross promoted things and all, it's unbelievable. You really breathe new life into and given it so much more of like a fun aspect to it. It really, I'm not just saying, it's been amazing because somebody made a comment to me of when one of the teams won from the spring league. Like they won, it was fine. Like they saw the energy and the whole environment last night. Even though you have like the food brought by Smash House, everything you guys did is just really just
That
to the
chillin' was
nines.
amazing.
Could
I
Oh,
did
that's
not-
chilling.
yeah, that
Prime
was-
cuts. You didn't have chilling, Yehuda? Oh, it's a good thing you didn't because
Listen. I know that there's a time limit on that till it becomes a problem, and I came there for one reason and one reason only.
and at your size, at your weight level, the time limit's probably about 22 minutes before it passes through the system.
let's just say we came with a purpose and we accomplished it. So
Yeah.
that was
The
great.
fact that Ellie Mel Bloomsy made it to the end of the night, I was so happy. From Twillery.
That guy's awesome.
Yeah.
How'd the props go, by the way? Did you guys look at the props?
Oh yeah, Avi, who won the props?
I will look at it. I will get to it. There will be a winner. I also have to do the raffle. We actually had 23 Twillery garments worn to the game last night. So we have a raffle. One of them will win a Twillery. One of these actually, a polo.
Avi, I got one of those. They're really good.
Yeah, I live in them. I just got another one 2 days ago. I have four
With the
now.
buttons all the way down, you can pull it
Yeah.
over the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
So
the hell
good.
is Israel Rubenstein? It's not Sam Rubenstein. It's a different guy. Oh, Team Florida in the house.
Oh, Israel Rubenstein. Oh, I know who he is. Yeah. He's from
Who
Hollywood.
is he? Oh, he's
He's,
from
uh,
Hollywood.
Yeah. I think. I mean, tell him that he could comment if I'm wrong. I'm almost certain.
Joe, where's your trophy?
You know why? Because I sent out.
In my room.
They were commenting today on the HSL South Florida Players Chat with now, thanks to my hustle, 94 members on it. They were commenting how they heard there's a podcast we do, and they need a podcast to get started down in South Florida. So I sent out the YouTube link, and
Oh, so he's watching it.
and Israel Hollywood has been commenting. Oh, I heard Dobie Newberger runs it. So it seems like he's very into it. I guess he watched the podcast, Dobie Newberger. So I think that's where it's.
All right, before we go, since I'm so out of steam, Yehuda Izozviren wants to know what percentage of your riser is thrown for a strike? How often?
I wish it was higher. Last night in the first game, it was pretty good. Second game, I have to tell you, it really became an issue with the winds because it had to be 40 to 50 mile per hour winds. And typically a good night, I'd say, is 25 to 30%. But I think this season it was probably closer to over 40%. I threw it much more than I normally.
Yeah,
do.
I agree with Manila. I would go higher than that. A lot of your rises were just nailing the corners. It wasn't even close.
Okay.
We're filthy.
Yeah.
So,
Real talk here, Mr. Koenig. Big Dave Manila has flirted with the A-Leagues. He's flirted. That means he's
Recruiting.
He's awesome. I played with him. I played against him a bunch of times. He's an excellent
Do you
player.
think he's ready to take his talents to South Beach? That's
What
I'm
do you
asking.
do for a living, David? Remind me.
I'm an accountant for a cash advance firm.
Not you.
Oh, me? I'm a psychologist. I'm a psychologist.
Do you do sports psychology?
Maybe I should start.
He's your first customer. This guy just needs a vote of confidence. He is a phenomenal player, and just
People
doesn't
don't
even
know. Actually, Ariel Cohen was our first customer.
I believe that.
And he's actually pitching in the A-League now.
He's been
So-
amazing. He is amazing. He's built up strength. Ariel's great. But getting back to David Manella here in front of us, he lacks confidence. I'm going to say it. I mean, he just doesn't realize how good he is. He's a great
agree.
player.
I've called him out on that publicly on the podcast before, and I think many people have.
It's true.
Guys, before the playoffs, before the elimination games, I think I had 3 hits in the previous 6 games. 3 be
So
here.
what? So
It doesn't
what?
matter.
It was a wrong
You see what we're
person.
saying? Look where he focuses on the negative.
Right,
Yosef,
exactly.
Yosef, tell him what we
I'm
focus on.
proving my point to you guys. That's all.
He literally comes over to me and goes like, listen, if you want to put me last, I'm not going to complain. I'm
Yeah,
like, you should be
yeah.
batting 6. Why are you batting
I couldn't buy
last?
a hit for 6 games, and then thank God I turned it on.
I went 160. My batting average was 167. I mean, all my hits were caught. It was ridiculous.
You
My
were in a
pitch was
tough
like-
division, though, Joseph. You faced a lot of tough pitching, and you're not used to playing A-League ball. I actually would say 166 is nothing to cry about. You know, like most
I
of
mean,
your
a lot
games
of
are
my-
against
a
Tier
lot of
8.
my hits should have been hits.
Yeah, and that's against Tier 8.
Yeah.
You've never faced these guys before. You know,
Yeah.
have you? You know.
Alan Kaufman and
And as Steve always says, it's about reps. You know, you can't expect to go up against someone who's been pitching for 15 straight years, developing his craft, and expect to just, you know, hit off of them. Although Jake Epstein doesn't
I was
seem
gonna
to have
say
a
apparently
problem.
Jake Epstein knows to do that to do quickly.
I
Yeah,
hope
the
you
way
got
he- the way
Jake.
he
I hope you're
swings,
watching.
though.
I hope you go to the A-League and get a little humbling because I think you need it.
I will say this about Yosef Fine. Like he plays the game the right way, and he's just a pleasure to play with, and he is excellent. When we got him, I remember we got him at the draft. I was excited. I said, he's a
$1.
good player. It doesn't. Who cares how? That's the nonsense. The
Oh, and to
dollar, the
back
league.
it up, you know, Jack Ross just messaged. He said he was 1 for 13 in the Monday Night Playoffs this year.
Hey, listen, it's tough.
He said, as long as you know what you're doing. He didn't say Manella knows what he's doing, but he said, as long as you know what you're doing. So you didn't get the full vote of confidence, but assuming you know what you're doing, trust the process, as they say. Trust the process.
That's high praise.
Listen,
David, do
true.
you have a brother named Shimmy? Someone's asking me
My
that.
first cousin.
Got it.
Yeah.
So Israel from Hollywood is all over this podcast.
Yeah, we got to get Israel on the podcast ASAP.
Maybe we should have him on to introduce South Florida. You know, we want to do that
Yeah.
at some point. We're starting.
All right.
from today.
We should. Any closing thoughts? Because
I'm actually
I
flying
got.
out to South Florida Thursday morning. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
me too. I'm gonna
And-
have to jump also.
Anybody get any closing? All right, Mazel Tov, guys. Amir Hashem will be together for the Wall Street Grill dinner. I hope to make it.
Yes.
Very excited, very happy for you guys. You guys seem like you had a very.
Avi and David, seriously, hell of a
Yeah.
job. Unbelievable.
Thank you. Thanks so much, David.
Really appreciate what you guys do, what you guys are doing, what you'll continue to do for us, and we're looking forward to many, many more.
I mean, are they marrying off their kids? I mean, what are they?
No, they're literally killing themselves for us. I think it's
Yeah,
the
no,
least
I know,
we can
you're
do.
right. You're
Oh, you're so sweet, David. You're really sweet.
Softball
Really sweet.
registration.
You
So
know?
stay tuned for spring softball registration coming out in a few weeks.
Just keep that content coming. You guys like content.
Are we getting,
love it. We love
Are we
it.
getting indoor softball? Are we getting indoor
I was
softball?
telling David is saying he's so. And I'm also, to be honest, a little, even though I have Florida started now, like we're a little bit burnt out. It's been so long, so many months. I said, David, I said 3 weeks from now, we're gonna have to genuinely start preparing for the spring and then open up registration a little bit after that. It's no joke. We're almost
You
in
got a whole 3 weeks off now. Enjoy it.
Like
3
a
weeks
teacher.
off. Well,
Like teachers. I don't get 3 weeks off.
3 weeks off. 3 weeks off softball. Thank God we got basketball and softball and kids and more
Continue. You
kids.
guys really should just be successful in what you're doing and continue to grow it because you guys are doing a great job.
Congratulations!
Thanks so much.
Extreme Van Cleating, champions of the first ever Twillery tournament. We're so pumped, and thank you, everybody.
Yes, it's this size. It's 4 inches.
Including-
Thank you guys. Have a good
Thank
one.
you, everybody.
You
Thanks.
guys are awesome. Bye.